You gotta stop chasing your narcissistic ex. You gotta get over it. And what I mean by chasing, looking at their social media, checking in with them through people that they know, third-party people, trying to find ways to get in contact with you. You gotta let it go, for real, for real. Most victims of narcissistic abuse try to, and I'm only saying this out of experience, you try to keep the relationship alive, whether it may be with your parents who are narcissistic, your siblings, your friends, the people you're in a relationship, a couple with, you know what I mean? Like, you can't force that because it's going to drain who you are. Hear what I just said. It's not going to drain you. It's going to drain who you are. You forget yourself. You forget exactly who you are, chasing them, trying to figure out what it is to make sense of the chaos of the nonsense. You will never understand why narcissistic people do what they do. And just to gear this towards something specific, towards relationships, like quit chasing your narcissistic ex, quit worrying about that, get off their social media. Most of the time, they're going to always show they're happier with the next person, any person, anyway, period. And that's even if it's going good or not. But as far as you, who's in the narcissistic abuse recovery, you got to get over it and you got to keep going forward for yourself. I know it hurts. I know it sucks. You give them free mental real estate because you're thinking about the concept over and over. You got to let it go. Because what happens is, in most narcissistic abusive relationships, you get addicted to just having the attention from the narcissist because it's not loving anymore, but you just being around them and you getting some type of attention from them, you start to view that as love. That's why I always say, like, the sooner you can get out of a narcissistic relationship, the better, because you can heal faster. But the longer you stay, that shit is going to be harder to get out of mentally. You'll be stuck in that loop. And I'm telling you, that loop is so hard to break because you will always try to figure out, why did this happen? Why was this happening? Why can't they give me an answer for this? Well, they can't give me an answer, but then here they are using that against you to manipulate you, to keep bringing you back in and reeling you in so that you can be triangulated with the new supply. I promise you, you will drain who you are. You're not going to drain you. You're going to drain who you are. Losing yourself. I can't tell you how many times I would look back at moments when I was really going through the struggle of trying to make sense of the chaos. And I'm just sitting here like, man, what would it look like if I could just let this go? What would it look like if I can just leave? Because in reality, you can just leave. You can make the choice to just leave. Most of us can't because we get stuck to the emotion, that emotional tie, that soul tie, you know what I mean? That trauma bond, if you rather, is what it really called, to be honest with you. But that trauma bond is strong to break. It really is. I said soul tie, but that trauma bond is strong to break. It really is strong to break, man. You gotta go do something else with no contact. No contact. And I'm not necessarily talking about talking to the narcissist, voice to voice. I'm talking about just like seeing them, whether it's through friends and or social media. If y'all friends with certain people, like, y'all, you need to cut that out. You need to cut all contact ties. Most of the time anyway, if you're still friends with people that are friends with your narcissistic ex, like, they're telling them what you're doing, and or if you're, talking to them or whatever the case may have, they're telling them everything, their movements, you know what I mean? And whether you believe that or not, you have to escape what they think of you. That's probably like the key to all of it. You have to escape what they think of you because you're fighting for validation, straight up, on a consistent basis. And it's validation from a person that can't even validate themselves. They're worried about getting validated by everybody else, which is a whole new video. I'll make a video on that too. Like, a lot of narcissists will play you and make you feel like that everybody views them as this high up, if you rather, or on this pedestal, when it's not like that. They're fighting for more validation than you are from them, from just that one person. They need validation from all kind of people, including you. Their supply sources, if you rather. They need that. But for you, Get out of it now. Get out of it now. You gotta let it go. There's nothing you can do. They won't change. If you're still in a situation with somebody and they haven't changed after so long, after you've waited, after they said that I'm gonna be different, this, that, and the other, Brad, just leave. Don't do it to yourself. Don't scar your mental dealing with that because of love. And what I mean by because of love, love isn't talking crazy to you. Love isn't withdrawing from you. Love isn't being distant from you and we in a relationship. Love isn't that I gotta, fight to make you act like you in a relationship with me. That's not love. Don't confuse that with just because it's attention. And it's attention, however that attention is gonna come. Don't confuse that, man, with that, man. Don't let love confuse you on what it really is to be in a relationship with a narcissistic individual. Leave. You have to. The sooner the better. The more positive you feel. Quit losing yourself all the time to shit like this. Quit going crazy. You're not crazy. You only just think you're crazy because you're dealing with crazy shit on a 24/7 basis that you have been with this individual. You're not crazy. You're not. And if they're telling you you're crazy, when narcissistic people, and you'll know when someone's narcissistic when they keep having the same behavior that goes unchecked, that you have tried to hold them accountable for and I want to be held accountable for. That's what I'm saying about narcissistic people. They will call you crazy because they want you to believe that. They want you to believe whatever it is that you have negative towards yourself and enhance that or expand that in your mind so that you can sit on that. And the only way that you can get validated out of that negative thing sitting in your mind is by them. That's how they do this, man. This is how they play with your brain. This is how they trick you and get you stuck to where you're working for them on your own without them making you do anything. This is narcissistic abuse. This is the trauma bond. You feel me? The sooner you go no contact, the better. Stay off of social media. Stop being friends with people that they're friends with. Quit going to the same place they're going to. This is what you have to do in order for the recovery to actually take some for real effect on your mind. Because it's your mind you got to fight in this whole entire thing. It's not the physical them and you, it's your brain. You got to walk around with your brain, these thoughts. You have to clear your mind and fix this thought process on what you have by leaving sooner than later. Otherwise, you're going to always having to deal with these mental issues of validation from other people and not just narcissists, you feel me? So, I hope this message finds you well. Fonzie Murph, and I'm out. Peace.